He took out Edwin, Angel, Mystery, and Dill, and now, of course, Coyers. Just in loser's bracket. And now he's all the way here against
Everyone's got impressive brackets tonight. It certainly wasn't an easy feat getting to this position, but here we are. John versus Vinnie, loser semis, and we're on Town and City.
Well, okay.
That's my note. That's my note on this. Tons of space for Vinnie to run around and control well. John wants to do. He wants nothing to do with it. He wants to be able to play his game, and more often than not, he's able to force Vinnie into playing into his game. But I don't know if Vinnie's down for it tonight. He's looking a bit more aggressive. He's looking a bit more wily. And if John's not able to keep up with that, we might be seeing the end of the Wii Fit tonight.
Yeah.
Drop those headers while you can.
That's a great emote.
It is.
Well, great tech by Numbers. You don't see Numbers miss a whole lot of techs, but still worth pointing out sometimes.
When he plays off stage so often, he's risking that constantly. He's got to have those techs ready.
Exactly. You know it's coming in that situation. Wii Fit, a good recovery, but certainly not completely immune to being gimped. But the easiest way to gimp her is usually a stage spike. And of course, if you have those techs, oh wow, still not going to be able to tech out of that. A needle bouncing fish confirm.
That was like a near max distance needle, the bouncing fish. Incredibly aimed by Vinnie.
Yeah, and you expect no less from someone of Vinnie's caliber. He gets a beautiful combo right there, and already starting off this next stock with quite a bit of percent. And what a mash out right there. So Numbers looking for a way to take this first stock still. Vinnie sitting at just 94%. Wii Fit, of course, a character who doesn't have the best kill options. Relies on a lot of offstage kills sometimes, which is super tough against Sheik. Goes for the run-up reverse F-tilt right there.
Vinnie doing a fine job of just pacing himself around where John is placing his projectiles, where he's threatening space by empty hopping if he puts out an aerial, and just overall making sure to stay within his shadow. But
John just missed the timing on that.
John's getting a bit antsy with things.
There's a little bit of luck involved in that because you have to read how fast they're mashing essentially. There's no realistic way to know, this is exactly when they're going to come out of it. So similar to what you see with like a Yoshi setup out of an egg roll or something like that, or an egg whatever puts you in the ground.
Yeah, the neutral the egg
yeah,
lay.
The egg lay. That's what it is. John's still looking to take this first stock off as Vinnie doing a great job keeping Numbers at the ledge.
There's an item on deck. You may not see it, but the shock grenade is alive.
Right. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, burst grenade, rather. It's dead now because no one bothered to re-pick it up. But if you interrupt that side B, it's possible to steal it and use it against Sheik, or for Sheik to use it.
And the full charge Sun Salutation will finally take the stock. Numbers getting a good stretch.
Was that a taunt cancel into Sun Salutation?
Yeah.
Get limber. Although he's sitting at 170 and counting.
This is a tough situation. On the bright side, out of range for Sheik's kill confirms. On the downside, in kill percent for neutral air.
Yeah.
That timed out so perfectly. Thank you, Vinnie. The perfect situation.
That's why I hate when people say this character can't kill. You could keep on racking on damage like that without a care in the world. Anything's going to kill eventually.
Right. And she can't kill at 70 very often, but who cares if she can get you to 180 without too much difficulty? It's the same premise. Of course, at the same time, that does introduce the problem of people having rage against you quite often. But Wii Fit not a character who's able to take advantage of that to the same degree as many others.
Yeah, let's see if John's able to bring things back here in Game 2. We got the run back on Town and City. I don't know why John is allowing this to happen to himself and others, but here we are.
I think he struggled so much to get that stock off, maybe just looking for a chance to take an earlier stock, not wanting to have even more trouble killing due to blast zones.
And I could understand why he's not bothering to try and bring to Battlefield, because then Vinnie has the counter pick advantage, and all of a sudden we've got Cloud versus Wii Fit Trainer again, which, as we saw earlier in the evening, is something that John doesn't really want to face if he can help it.
Yep. Certainly one of Wii Fit's hardest matchups. say maybe second hardest behind Kirby. I'm not sure what John's exact verdict on that would be.
Okay, Vinnie.
Vinnie was fully ready for the mix-up right there. Oh, and the 2-frame.
He wasn't ready for that.
That was a beautiful play by John Numbers. A lot of crazy offstage shenanigans going on.
All of that patience punished, all for naught.
Yeah. And Vinnie was ready for the mix-up, fading back to ledge after the high up B on the regrab, but he was not ready for the 2-frame right there. And nothing you can do about that, really. The warp recovery, you either up B past the ledge or don't. Either one's very risky.
So, Vinnie's trying to get something going here. 113 and counting on John. John sort of playing his game now. He could take his sweet time. He's got 4 minutes on the clock. He has to outpace Vinnie, which is much easier said than done. But should Vinnie choose to contest is when the damage starts to tick in. And John's not going to rush that type of damage.
And Bouncing Fish will finally take that stock right there. I do like what we were seeing off stage, though. Numbers just waiting for Vinnie to commit to something, trying to force him off stage into a situation where he can get a gimp like we saw earlier. But Vinnie did a good job with the adjustment. He's not going off for these stage spikes. Knows Numbers can tech them. Just waiting patiently for his opportunity. Finally got it with that forward throw into a Bouncing Fish. And it's very, very low percent still on the second stock. Numbers finally getting a hit in there, but this is the first time we're really seeing a big combo. He caught his jump in that forward tilt string, was able to get a lot more out of the conversion.
Impressive, but minor damage nonetheless. Vinnie still got a bit of a ways ahead of him if he wants to try and take this one out from under John. John, however, looking to take things the much more patient route.
Ooh, and a good pivot grab right there. Weave Hit's grab range really bad normally, but pivot grab pretty good.
Yes.
There's nothing unusual for a pivot grab, but certainly not bad.
Especially when you've got a disjoint off of Sheik like that just allows you to inhale her into your arms.
He might have gotten needled out of the sun charge right there. Well-spaced back air right there. Sweet spot is relatively safe on shields.
Percentages are crawling in this match, though. Slowly but surely.
I like that mix-up right there. We see Numbers go for that a lot. He'll cancel the Sun Salutation charge with the shield and then immediately jump out of it. Pressure you with an up air or a forward air when you're not really expecting it, as we see a lot of shield pressure on the side B.
Yeah, it's often that we see header go for more of offstage pressure, but it's worth noting it has considerable enough knockback that the shield pressure it presents is worth being careful of should Vinnie have to look at this move on stage.
Yeah, certainly also a viable shield break setup in a lot of situations. We've seen it at ledge before, headering to ledge stall, because you get the damage from both the ball and the header attack. As we see a back air out of shield, almost closing it out. Vinnie just staying alive. Numbers with deep breathing online, might even have a kill throw at this kind of a percent. And there it is. Pivot grab into the up throw. Combination of deep breathing, rage, and Town and City Blast Zones.
All of
that combined gives Wii Fit a kill throw.
And it's going to bring us into Game 3.
All right, and that was a really interesting game right there. Vinnie seemed to be in control a lot of the time, but Numbers did get that kill with the down air 2-frame. Second stock, again, started very even, but Numbers just able to find that kill when he needed to.
And that's what happens when you're forced to play into the patience of John Numbers. All of a sudden, things are looking a lot more difficult for you, no matter how well your character is oriented for playing throughout the long run. Game 3 is going to be finding us on Smashville, a stage notoriously strong for Sheik, but Numbers feeling himself a little bit, and not to be shaken by being on Smashville. It is more laterally oriented than all the platforms that that Town and City provide. So, necessarily speaking, it's sort of better for Wii Fit, but it's still really good for Vinnie. So
yeah, I mean, there's a reason people call this stage Sheikville sometimes. Certainly a very, very scary stage against Sheik. You get those forward air strings off the side, but we did see Vinnie get one of those and not able to get a kill off of it. Wii Fit kind of an awkward weight and fall speed to combo sometimes. Depending on the character, she either gets comboed super hard or just sort of slides on out of things.
Yeah, the stage is one thing to fear with Sheik behind it if Sheik is able to get her combos. But this is Wii Fit Trainer we're talking about, and this is being piloted by John Numbers.
The soccer ball saving him right there. Not sure if the Bouncing Fish would have killed, but it certainly sent him pretty far off. Vinnie is going in right now. And
he's
the header
going
spike.
down is where he's going.
Numbers does die for it, but what a reversal right there. Vinnie in complete control this entire time. Numbers getting the header spike at the very bottom of the screen off of about the 17th bouncing fish attempt off the stage. And now we have a one-stock match to get into losers finals.
That one was for the audience.
That was wild.
You're wondering why header was an emote. There you go.
And unfortunately,
shenanigans left and right.
Unfortunately, the platform eating that sun.
Vinny's got quite a bit of work ahead of him now, having lost a stock relatively early. He had quite the lead, and all of a sudden, he ate that sweet header. But now looking at 80 to 21 and counting, and even with ledge control right now.
Very good read. Vinnie knew that Numbers didn't want to roll into the edge there and risk a Sheik combo off the side. So he waits for the roll in, gets the F-tilt punish, and gets a little bit of a conversion off of that. Just knowing what he can get in each situation, but still trailing Numbers, and he takes the full sun right to the face right there. Just moving around, avoiding those up airs. And the back air is going to take it, and John takes the set, just sneaking in that back air to punish Vinnie's bouncing fish off stage. And this means Numbers and Sinji coming up.
I think Hangman is having everything Vinnie is not.
Fun!
This has been a pretty wild tournament to watch so far.
It is.